check out my Discord and email us so you can be the first to know about my upcoming NFT drop. It's going to be jam-packed with utility. You can also join the YouTube membership and Patreon so you can have a chance to mint one of these NFTs. That's going to be a very limited drop, so be on the lookout for that. Yo, what is going on? Welcome to the stream. We're just up and at 'em here at 8:30 my time, Central Time, because that's the best time zone in the entire planet, in the entire world. Welcome in, everybody. We got like 15 people here streaming live. Amidst Randy pulling a 24-hour stream. I wish I could be on his stream a little bit more, but we're going to go ahead and stream it because we got some news. So we're going to go ahead and just dive right in. Let me know where you're tuning in from all across the world. And yeah, you know what to do if you like the stream. We're about to get right into it. All right, so today we have some pretty interesting news here. So let me do a thing or two. So we're just gonna turn the music down just a wee bit. You know, nothing too crazy. You know, if you want to request a song, you know, you can put a token in the machine, and maybe I'll play a song for you. Totally kidding there. Oh, we have Hello K, OG Triple OG in the house. It's probably been Gin Bazinga, the name that shall not be spoken, the Voldemort of the VeVe community. But he could have dumped on us at 1 cent. So yeah, he'd want it to mad pump before the dump anyway. All speculation though. Maybe he holds holds up. Dutch homie, yo, what's going on? We have Nick VeVe Monkey in the house. Spain, but born in the UK. Oh man, welcome in. We have people all across the world. Of course, we know Hello K is from the London area in UK as well. People from all over the world tuning in today. So thank you so much. But we're gonna go ahead and just dive right into it. Okay. So this post here, and we do have to highlight my man Hello K down there. We do Gin Bazinga. But anyways, here we say we have Javier Torres, one of the kind of trolls of the VeVe community in a funny way. I mean, he likes to troll my man Dan quite a bit. So anyways, Daniel Lee, he says, I hope OMI holders are paying attention to Jason's data. One person now owns almost 10% of the entire circulating supply of OMI. At current prices, that's 49 million of OMI. Bigger exchanges would have prevented this, but the team continues to refuse to have OMI listed. So where's this money coming from? We don't know, but this is interesting. $49 million of OMI. I may have to retitle this thumbnail because 49 is a larger number than 30 billion in terms of 49 being bigger than 30, if that makes sense. Obviously, it's not bigger than billions, but it may be more eye-catching when you actually are talking about fiat currency compared to the OMI token, if that makes sense. So with that being said, that's a lot of OMI, right? Bigger exchanges would have prevented this. So this is a thing I have a lot of experience in just from being in crypto for a long time. And you guys know, if you've been watching the channel for, you know, even just a little bit, you'll catch me quite often saying that more exchanges are always good for the expansion of more wallets, more liquidity, and really more wallet holders. I've always pointed this out, and I used to track the amount of wallet holders there actually was when we were on GoChain, and now we are on layer 1 ERC20 token. So it is quite different. I don't track it because it's not as exciting anymore. We are like past 160k wallets on the GoChain, but now that we're on a layer 1 and the token has dumped quite significantly recently and the price has gone down, it doesn't seem as many people have kind of transitioned from GoChain to the layer 1. So it is interesting. Let me take a drink of water. Sorry about that. Spain equals dream trip. Oh, okay, I thought you said something else. I was like, whoa. Lele B says, g'day, Kyle. Hey, g'day, mate. G'day. Love it, love it. Blockchain Andy, another OG in the house, man. One of the first really video about the OMI token was watching Blockchain Andy, really one of the Genesis YouTubers in the community. Shout out to Blockchain Andy, man. Without Blockchain Andy, I don't know if I would be here, to be honest. So big shout out to him in the stream. So Maybe a lot of people don't know that, but now you do. All right. Nick VeVe Monkey says, been here 13 years, but considering Portugal next or Mexico, is there a reason why you'd want to move there? Just out of curiosity from Spain? Is it just because maybe it's obviously maybe more affordable? I know Mexico like could be more affordable, but I know your money can go longer, and so that's actually a pretty big benefit for some. I just came back from Portugal, really loved it. Yeah, I really want to go to Portugal as well. Beautiful coast. I always see people, taking pictures and visiting there. Thanks for the kind words, bro. Hey, you bet, man. You bet. Absolutely, absolutely. I was there 2 weeks ago. Cool, cool. All right, back to the news. Bit4x. All right, we're going to tune into actually what Jason said here. Right here, wearing his Mando helmet. No big deal. Bit4x Go OMI migration continues. We're down to 40K plus OMI holding wallets rolling up. BF hold the largest wallet of Go OMI with 30 billion. All right, almost at 31 billion. There have been 16,400 transactions from 16,393 individual wallets to BF for a total of 28 billion OMI since August 2nd, 22, blah, 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 blah. All right, so as you can see, he has this chart here of transfer size and total moved and things like that. As you can see, the transfer size has gone down quite a bit, as you can see at the bottom half of the graph. And then, of course, total moved, you can see it just continually increasing. So quite an interesting statistic here. So for those of you, like, obviously, this person has there's a lot of individual wallets, so that's quite a bit. But anyways, he said let me clarify, the wallets rolling up currently we're holding and are sending in 40,000 plus OMI per transfer. So that's quite interesting there. I don't know if they're trying to like track, the centralization of what they're doing. But it is the blockchain. You get smart people like this tracking the data, tracking things where things are going, especially now that we know that we're on layer 1. It's going to be quite more easy to track. So yeah. So anyways, that is kind of the news there. And let me know what your thoughts are in the chat. Also, we can take a few looks at some of the prices on... we can take a look at some of the prices on the app as well. Let me see if I can pull up the VeVe ticker if it's working today. I don't know if it's going to work today. Sadly, it's not going to work. We're going to pull up the channel members. Shout out to the channel members for joining the channel for as little as 99 cents. Literally, you could buy more at McDonald's, or McDonald's is more expensive than 99 cents. So if you want to join the channel membership, shout out to you. Does help support the channel. You don't get a free NFT because my NFTs that I'm going to drop are going to have some exclusive membership stuff attached to that. Not like a group or anything like that. It's just going to have utility to it, and some access to possibly some software. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think if you would like access to some software that would help you succeed using apps like VeVe. I don't know. Let me know in the comments in the chat if you would be excited about that. It would be like the Genesis passes, though. I mean, there would literally just be 25 to 50 of those passes in terms of the exclusive pass. All right, I may mint more like 500 like regular passes or silvers, and then do like, if the drop does well, which I don't know if it will in these market conditions, to be honest. So I may actually push that NFT drop back a little bit more until people are not full recession mode mindset, right? So what state are you in? I'm from Oklahoma. Brandon said super null from Cali, but touring in Iowa this week. Be back in Cali in October. Yeah, super null is actually, that's interesting that you're from California. Are you actually have any Native American in you? Because super null, I've heard that a lot in the Native community. So let me know about that. Obviously, I'm like half Native American. So Rian Coral says, hi, nice man, when's your NFTs coming? So you haven't decided quite yet. I still have to work on getting all the details in from all of my partners and collabs and things like that. So I still have to dial in all those details. But I do have my man. I don't want to announce maybe just this early on, but just know that you will get discounts on branding stuff. So people that need websites, logos, and things like that, you guys probably know exactly who I'm talking about. But Having my pass will give you a discount on that stuff. And we're working on more stuff like, more software essentially that will protect you in the OpenSea type of environment and keep you from getting scammed, and you'll get discounts and stuff like that. So I'm building in a lot of utility. I think for me personally, I'm going to do like metaverse and gaming reports, not maybe like once a month, and release those to my community. Not financial advice or anything like that. It's just going to be projects I'm looking at. If we go back to my profile here, you'll notice like people are asking me often like what I'm doing in terms of my top 5 plays in crypto, Web3, metaverse. As you can see here, I get asked this question quite a bit. So maybe I'll do a report in a video format and like push that out to my Discord users. So if you're not in my Discord, you definitely want to hop in, because when I do launch my pass, I'm going to have it to where it's gated. So you'll have to have an NFT, and you'll have to verify it in my Discord to get exclusive access to that channel. And yeah, there's cool little extensions that you can do that now. So that's something I'll be doing. I already have the software ready to go. Now it's just figuring out the utilities and making sure all the partners are ready to go on that. So yeah, those are just some of those details that some alpha for you, what the pass will entail. And like I said, those gold passes are going to be probably expensive. I mean, so don't be shocked about sticker price, but they are going to be super limited. And only 25 to 50 people will be able to acquire those due to the increasing amount of utility in those. But I will have regular passes for everybody else. So don't you worry, all the prices aren't going to be reflective of an expensive drop. It's going to be a few of those, but it all depends on where people's mindsets are and things like that. So we will see. We're monitoring the market conditions. All right. Game of Sods. Where's that? I'm not sure. It says from where. Anyone get the Inspector Gadget drop on Game of Sods? I'm not sure. What's Game of Sods? I don't know if I've heard of that. I did see. I thought I saw Inspector Gadget cards coming. I totally forgot about it though. I thought I saw it on crypto Twitter, if I remember right. Wow, this is pretty interesting. So you can buy a pack, sold out. You can buy a 10 pack for $49. Interesting. Okay, this is kind of cool. I like Inspector Gadget. He's one of my favorites. I just don't know anything about big game episodes. Resale, set 1 pre-sale sold out real fast. Join us for a public sale August 17th. Okay, pre-sale cards will be delivered to your Game of Thrones NFT viewer. What do these NFTs actually do though? They have like some numbers on them or something. I can't really see what that is. Yeah, let me know in the chat what these actually do. I like how you can pay for interest-free installments for over, like, this is pretty funny. I like that. So if you decide to ape in, that you can put it on the credit card, I guess. All right, let's go to the FAQ. Gamified episodes. Launch August, okay. 165 gadgets, okay. Okay, trading cards. So it's kind of gamified, it looks like. Features in each game episode offering benefits like avatar items, speed boost, power-ups. Okay, this is kind of cool. It's kind of unique. Now, this is not like a recur thing, but this is gamified. I do like how they actually added more gamification in here and power-up, speed boost. I like that. The Nickelodeon drop I felt was not enough in terms of the utility. It was like you get like some slime, and then you can trade your slime in for like more NFTs. So it was like, to me, that wasn't like, it was okay, right? It was just like, okay, they use Dapper wallet hosted on Flow Chain. So okay, so they use a really good blockchain. I do like Dapper. I do like Flow. I think obviously they're like the founders of kind of making NFTs popular, right? With CryptoKitties and things like that. They have a lot of experience, if you know what I mean. So really respectable chain. Dapper wallet, ownership. Okay, does Sods have a marketplace? Selling, trading, gaming card, but we will soon, it says. So no marketplace yet. That is something to be not concerned, but just aware of, because you'll be kind of holding those for a while. Or maybe not too long, but just depends on when they drop their marketplace. Beginning early 2023, the cards will also unlock in-game episode benefits. Okay. Not bad, not bad. So these are kind of like the Genesis cards, maybe. I do like this. I do like this. This is fun. I like Inspector Gadget. Seems a bit more fun than just the Recur Pass. The Recur Pass, nothing against it. It's just like all those like numbers, and like you have to have like prime numbers, and like you have to have a certain color. Like it's just too much. It's just too much. Like just let me collect like this. Like just give me like a straightforward like way to know what rarity is. Don't make me like have to work for it, you know what I mean? So I do like this. I do like this. So I do hope Recur maybe reconsiders. Like I don't think they will, but the Recur Pass, and kind of like just show us the rarity. Like just show us the ranking. Like what is it ranked? Like just give it to us, right? I mean, all the other apps aren't making us like work for the rarity. That we just know like if it's rare, uncommon, blah 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 blah. So I do like this. This is kind of cool. The remastering old episodes you can watch in Discord. Ooh, I like that. Watch the interview 100. I will have to. I will. Comics and Crypto interviewed the CEO recently. It's a cool project. Hey, I'm gonna have to start interviewing more CEOs and founders. I have a lot of access to a lot of these founders and CEOs. I just don't interview them very often. It's very time consuming, and I have to go back and edit the video in some cases, and it just takes a while. Like I've had a lot of opportunity even to interview some of the VeVe people, but they just get interviewed so much, especially in the VeVe community. People always asking them. So, and I don't want to bring them on and ask the same exact questions everybody else is always asking. I want my kind of channel to be unique, and so my channel's more about personalizing everything. Yes, I'll ask some questions, but I also want to mix in personal questions and keep it OG and keep it like kind of like Joe Rogan podcast, where Joe Rogan asks like all the questions, but he asks interesting questions as well. Like, hey, how did you come about to like, you know, for Elon Musk, for example, how did you like come to, you know, buy PayPal? Like, I want to know some backstory, if you know what I mean. Not just what's going on currently. I want to know a little bit of backstory about the person, who they came to be. I think it's important to know these founders and CEOs as well, and get to know them on a deeper level than just like, hey, what's going on with your project? Because while that's cool, we can also just look all that stuff up. So I do want to maybe do a couple more CEO founder type of interviews and make it a little bit more interesting. But I have not seen that. Crypto and Comics is great though. They always ask really interesting questions. I love comics and crypto. We should do something together sometime. Hey, Blockchain Andy, I'm totally down. Love to have you on the channel, man. And I'd love to pick your brain, backstory, and get all that information as well. We did everything currency. Now we got to do Blockchain Andy. I'm totally down for it, man. I'm totally down. All right, so let's see here. All right, so we're all caught up on the chat here. I think, what do we got? Like 30 people here in the stream. And let's say, if you didn't know, I've got a game on other chain, etc. Oh, you have an actual game? Like, whoa, that's crazy. Okay, we'll definitely have to dive into that, man. That sounds really interesting. So as you know, I've been definitely diving into gaming quite a bit, like the gaming niche, if you will. So I've been doing a lot of like gaming videos recently. So you can see I've been diversifying into doing it. I've always done Illuvium content, so it's not like too much of a difference there. But Big Time, I've added that into the mix. For those of you that don't know what Big Time is they have a lot of AAA developers, and that's how they were able to get this game launched quite quickly. They're already in beta, but these are like Fortnite devs as well. So I'm checking out a lot of these projects, a lot of gaming projects in the Web3 space that I know will do well. Like you have obviously like Illuvium, Big Time. I think Big Time's actually one of those kind of lower risk type of plays here, actually, because currently they don't have any tokens, so they don't have to like worry about tokenomics. I think they are actually coming out with a token, but it's something they don't have to worry about currently. They can just focus on the game, and they already have it launched, which I love. I love that games that just launch it out there. They already have it done. With Illuvium, it's just so complex that even for a basic, you know, or even somebody that's been in crypto for a while, you still have to learn quite a bit in their ecosystem, and that's what actually I think can be a barrier to entry with Illuvium. While it is like in a super amazing graphics, I do kind of I am concerned with mainstream gamers actually picking up Illuvium like we think they might. I think they'll actually have a barrier to entry, and you know you have to pay for a lot of things in Illuvium. You can't just like Like you have to pay for the Illuvatars, which are PFP. You don't need them, but it's still like, you know, I don't know how. I think they're going to be quite affordable, to be honest, though. So I think they do have that in mind. But anyways, like, so the land is pretty expensive, but the main game mode, I think, is where obviously a lot of gamers are going to be. I think so. There's the free option, and of course you can get started, like, as you work your way up, you can kind of grind, but you still have to kind of pay to play the game. Kind of, it's sort of like a battle passy type vibes. So I don't know. We'll have to see how it plays out when they launch the game. But that is one of my concerns, is like you can just literally buy like a OP, like OG alluvial, and just dominate everybody because you're a whale. So I hope it doesn't just become like a whale game where, you know, people just buy up all the like super OG alluvials and it's not fun. They're gonna have to come up with some kind of ranking system to make it work really well, which I'm confident that they will, but it's just gonna take time to develop like a super crazy project like this. Like at this high level, you have to like keep everything at like super high quality level, and it costs a ton of money to do that. It's not cheap to develop like insane graphics on like literally everything that you're doing. But it is a project I'm covering because I do think in the long term it will do really well. So that was my big rant on games. We also have, I cover like even games that aren't as like quote unquote crazy graphics, like EV.io, which is one of those games that like anybody can play. Like you just load up a browser and the barrier to entry is nothing, like literally nothing. Like you can just click on you can just click on this website. Like they have the shortest website handle and or URL. You literally just type in like 4 letters and then you're in the game. That's it. There's no barrier to entry. And it's not AAA quality, crazy graphics. It's the most popular game on Fractal. And this is something like, there's super competitive players in this, like God mode, super competitive players, like not even kidding. Like I've seen some of these guys play and they're like God tier mode. And when you're attracting God tier mode, like esports players in this game, you're kind of onto something, right? And when you're, you know, you have like a fun game like this that's repeatable, playable, you earn tokens. I think it's really cool to focus on games that have 0 barrier to entry, and it's free to play. You don't need any skin. You don't need anything to play. You, however, do need some sort of skin to earn in-game tokens, but you can literally play the game for free. Like anybody can play this. Anybody can just log in and play. Yo, Garrett, welcome to the channel. Or actually, I think you are re-upped, if I'm not mistaken. Garrett has renewed the membership for 1 month. Shout out to Garrett in the chat, man. Thank you so much for that. Highly appreciated. Yeah. Oh, and heck yeah. So yeah, there we go. Much appreciated, fam. There it is. So very, very cool. Do highly appreciate that. So let's check out the VeVe app. All right. Now that I have ranted fully on Web3 gaming, we can go back to VeVe. So we know that VeVe's partnered up with Epico Regal. I just did a giveaway on Twitter, by the way. If you didn't see that, it came packed with massive utility. I do want to cover that one off real quick. We did give away this super really cool rare NFT that is packed with utility. I don't know if it'll show the original post, but let's see if I can go back in the history book. Anyways, you can check out my Twitter feed. You definitely want to follow me over there because I do give away some gaming stuff more often than usual. Like this Ruby Pass I gave away on a stream, but then I gave away some other stuff as well. By the way, Recur's giving away Hello Kitty, or not giving it away, but they're launching the NFT collection here pretty soon. So be on the lookout for that. We definitely will check that out. That's going to be definitely one of the bigger drops, you know, on Recur, like if not the biggest drop on Recur. So August 25th, that's coming out. 24th if you're a pass holder. Get in position to that. People are going to be scrambling like the week before, leading up to that, and really probably now. So but yeah, anyways, give me a follow here on Twitter if you're interested in some of the giveaways that I do over there. Definitely want to check that out. I've been doing quite a bit. By the way, Imposters launched as well. I got to play this last night. It was really cool. This is like Among Us. I definitely want to get everybody onboarded into this game because how fun it is, and we can actually have tons of fun literally in the community with this, like, you know, backstabbing each other and playing stuff. We do also have an artworks tab. We have a skull with blonde hair. Looks like Shaggy died or something. I'm not sure what that is, but there's nothing there. There's no assets loaded into this tab, but it is a new tab here, artworks. We'll definitely see what that is. Very interesting. Let me know if anybody knows what this skull is right here. I'm not really familiar with this, but it just reminds me of Shaggy and from Scooby-Doo. Yo, thanks for subscribing, Fred. Appreciate you. Thanks for joining the channel and going to level 9,000 OMI homie in the community here, joining the OMI homie community. But let's take a look at the market here at the AF15. That's going to be a highly, you know, obviously looked at collectible or comic rather on the VeVe app. So we'll definitely check this NFT out here. We're coming in at 20,000 today. So right about where I think it settled, and the floor is not surprisingly, it goes up pretty steep is what I'm trying to say, to 30,000 pretty quick. So 15, basically what I was projecting before is 15 to 30. And it's interesting to see it kind of settle in between. So we were kind of spot on with the predictions. I'll continue to stick to that prediction here in the short term. Long term, it could do other things, but we may see people try to pull out liquidity from the secret rare if there's a bigger drop in the future, or even like a Banksy's. We know, as I mentioned, a lot of people, we have a lot of people that I think would be interested in artworks, fine art and things like that. Considering, like, I've been talking about the Banksy's, Kay has mentioned it before quite a bit as well. So it is something I'm definitely monitoring for the upcoming Decon. We know in my notes from the AMA, community AMA, and that David, you mentioned that they're going to be like one of ones and a kind of a, what was it, like a 96-hour auction or whatever. So we do know that that's coming up. So I am interested to see if anything really moves. I don't think it's going to be a significant, like, you know, price movements around the AF15, but I could see a couple of people selling. So I do pay attention to that stuff, even if it's micro movements or even if it's just like 5 to 2K, because that's still quite a bit of money for a lot of people. So definitely want to watch out for that. We definitely see this one fall under 800. A lot of people, this is exactly where I thought it was going to go. I thought it was going to go to 800 and kind of dip a little bit here, people taking profits out of the table. Now, I do think it'll go back up a little bit and hold above 800 for, like, you know, another day or two or something like that. We'll see. I don't know. We'll have to keep track of this. I don't like doing like hourly trading, but I do like to do micro, like swing trades rather, and watch more on the weekly and more on like the every other couple days type patterns. But we'll continue to monitor this one. It went up to over 800. Now it's back under. 2 people listed trying to take profits here. I imagine those would get absorbed up pretty quick though. We got 3 people actually under 800. So we'll see where this goes. Yeah, me and somebody else were saying that we thought around this area where people would kind of take off profits a little bit here, but we'll see. I think we have a lot of diamond hands in the community as well with the AF15 comic on common covers, so we will see. Maybe artworks will be Decon people. Yeah, I think so. I think we'll see. I think we will see quite a bit of new things here. I'm very curious, very curious. Now, one thing about VeVe is, like, we don't, like, everything's pretty much 3D augmented reality. I wonder if they'll keep doing everything. We know there's some 2D stuff. Even the 2D stuff is 3D technically, because you can spin it around. You know, it looks like an actual picture frame in real life, right? So I wonder if they'll continue this with the artworks as well. This looks more like a sculpture, so I could definitely see some sculptures in here. So I'm super curious to that and to see what kind of artworks we get at Decon. I think it will be at Decon London. They did mention that they're going to do some drops, or they already did, I guess, or something like that. I don't know. Or maybe they're waiting for the Los Angeles Decon in, what is it, November? I may have to go to that. I originally wasn't planning on going, but we may have to go. We may have to go for this because I think it might be big. We have a lot of people going in the VeVe community. You know, I wish there's more events in mid America, like in Texas, because that's a lot of people live in Texas. Austin specifically is a big hub for crypto. I would like to see, you know, more things go down there, just because people that like me that are like literally smack dab in the middle of the US could go easily to those events. But I know those bigger New York Comic Con and San Diego and LA, those are much bigger, you know, communities, just because the state is like packed with people. So I get why they stay over there, but it would be nice every once in a while to get a bone thrown at us. Because I think me and Chris Coffey live in more in central US, but love to see that. Would love to see it come to Texas at least. Why is the team so afraid to list on more exchanges? Why are they shaking in the boots? They don't have confidence in their project. Well, we know from Reese's interview, he mentioned that. So like, yeah, we know that Reese mentioned that they don't want to list on exchanges in the bear market, which I do agree with that, because like you kind of wait, at least the bigger exchanges, like I don't think they should list on Binance in a bear market, because that's just silly. I do, however, think, but I don't know if Binance necessarily carries the weight it once did in this market. And even if the market's a little bit healthier, I don't know if a Binance listing does much anymore like it used to last year, or the years previous. So even if we go into like a major bull, they make a big announcement on exchange, that's just kind of cool now. I think everybody already knows about OMI and Ecomi at this point. I mean, it's been mentioned on big channels. Paul Barron's mentioned Ecomi. He's added it to his power index quite a bit, or I mean, done videos and added it to his power index. BitBoys mentioned it often. I mean, you know, these major YouTubers have mentioned OMI a time or two. So I think people know about it already. I don't know how hard it hits anymore if it gets listed on a Binance. I think it helps though. I certainly think it helps in a bull market to do something like that, a major announcement, but we will see. I do think to add maybe to exchanges, Huobi or Wobi, however you pronounce that, I think that would be a good addition to an exchange right now, because if they are trying to target the Asia Pacific region, Japan specifically, I think that's a great exchange to look at. It's actually one of the, I think, top 10 exchange. It used to be like a top 3. And I used to always pay attention to that exchange back in the day when I was watching my crypto portfolio. But yeah, I think that something like that would be a good addition to exchanges, help decentralize the wallets a little bit, especially people overseas. I think that's obviously a huge market, and it can only help the OMI token. But I don't know if now is the best time. I think maybe on kind of the way up, you announced that like the crypto market comes back up a little bit. I don't think the crypto market's done capitulating right now, to be honest. So we're going to take a look at that actually. Now we can see Bitcoin has came up a little bit. We know ETH merge. So there's a lot of like new news like reaching mainstream media, the Ethereum merge. And it's definitely, people are getting a little invigorated about the crypto market again. So I do think that, you know, I think that the market is, like you can see here, a slight increase. But we'll see if this holds. We'll see if this holds. It may even go back up to around 30, but it may just capitulate one more time fully. Down to like 18K. We'll see though. We'll see. I'm not convinced that this is an actual real bear market. Inflation's still here. We're still gonna be, I mean, we're still kind of in recession mode. I'm not super convinced just yet. To me, this feels like a bull trap, if you will. You know, maybe a bear rally. But we will see. We will see. You know, I've been wrong before, so I'm not like perfect on everything, but especially timing the macro markets are much harder in these types of conditions. We've been pretty spot on OMI tokens. Been pretty easy to predict on some of this stuff, although this was just wonky right here, just weird setup, weird chart. We may not see a big jump in price till later this year. I mean, we're in August, September, October, November, December. We may have to kind of go back to look towards the past in traditional crypto and realize, like, you know, typically in those holiday seasons, that's when crypto likes to get exciting again and starts to go back up. So I feel like this is kind of the direction we're going in. I didn't hear Reese say anything too insane about what's going on. Nothing too, like, no big announcements. Other than that, we're not getting listed on big exchanges or exchanges here in the bear market. So I do think we'll push towards later at the end of the year before we see major increases in the token. But now could be the good time to kind of accumulate down here in the valley, right? Oh, I do apologize. I was staring at my chart the entire time here. So, all right, let me get back to chat here. It's the IP is not the team, aka Disney. What do you mean on that? Maybe I like blew past the topic already. Energy, yo, what's going on, man? Welcome to the chat. Always happy to have you here in the chat. Not sure if artworks is something for me with empty pockets. Yeah, exactly. But if people that are stacking these AF-15s, they'll have some fresh gems loaded up in there, or at least gems on the table, because how well AF-15 has performed, especially if you hit on the drop. People may be considering taking a little profits. People that hit the ultra rare and secret rare, while you know, maybe they'll want a Banksy's piece, you know, maybe they'll want one of those rare art pieces, because if it is a one of one, that definitely could be a play, because one of ones we know, and especially macro NFTs, they do really well. And when you're talking about the first one of one on VeVe technically, then I think that's big. I think that's massive, and I think that's huge. And people, like, you have the scarcity, like, little audience over there that are like, scarcity, it's everything, which I don't think it is, but they get excited about, like, super scarce items. That could be definitely a play for sure. I do believe in some scarcity, or scarcity does play into stuff for sure. So I'm not discounting that at all, but I think the piece has to be significant. You know, I don't think it just can be like a what was it, the Hit Monkey comic? I don't think it can be like a Hit Monkey or something like that. I think it has to be more significant than that, with low additions, right? So I think it has to be a historical, you know, somebody really well known, very important piece, like a first appearance of a major character. While Hit Monkey is cool, I actually was not ever against like buying Hit Monkey, but until people like try to make it out to like it was the most exclusive comic ever invented, and like I didn't really go for that, right? That didn't really excite me. Why Hit Monkey would be cool? I just thought it was cool because I had a show on Hulu, but I don't think scarcity is like everything, right? I think there's more factors here. There's more variables, and I think people need to kind of breathe a second and realize the other variables at play here on the app. Listening on Binance didn't do much for IMEX price. Exactly. So I just don't know if Binance has that you know, type of weight. There's just so much going on. A lot of people just like, especially exchanges nowadays, like people are just kind of like, man, with Three Arrows Capital and like all these other, you know, platforms, you even had Voyager, like these major apps like just took a dump. I mean, belly up. They even look like scams and Ponzi schemes and things like that. Not all of them were, obviously, but there's just a lot of greed in the market, and it was just nakedly exposed in front of us all, front and center. And I think people didn't like that, right? And I think exchanges kind of got looped in there. We know Coinbase hasn't performed well. They did some weird stuff. And I just think exchanges are just like kind of that, you know, people just don't like that anymore. If you list a token on exchange, cool. You know, and then it's kind of like, what's the next thing? Like, we don't really care anymore. That's just an opinion. I mean, it's still good for a token, especially a smaller token that is just new out the gates. If they get listed on Binance, I think that's a big deal. But OMI's been out so long now that I don't know if it carries that weight anymore. I just think it helps in terms of decentralizing the wallet holders and increasing the amount of liquidity in wallet holders. So I do think there's benefits to it for sure. So not discounting that. I do think it would be positive for the overall OMI token. This is something I've seen in the historical past with other crypto projects and other tokens, is that the more exchanges you list on, typically your token performs a little bit better, but you decentralize the wallets, which means there's more of an organic community and more holders, which makes it more exciting for everybody involved, including the team. So yeah, by the way, use CoinGecko. Coin market cap, their data on the Ecomi token is off, so you do want to be sure you use CoinGecko, because that's the place you want to get accurate information on the Ecomi token. Now, not all of CoinMarketCap is inaccurate, just the Ecomi token. So just want to make sure everybody knows that. That Hitmonkey show on Hulu was good. Yeah, that I think it was cool. I don't know if they're gonna do number 2 Hitmonkey, but I think they already actually aren't even talking about doing it further. I think it was cool. I do think now it'd be cool if they added utility to that comic, to be honest. Like if they did like a cool like a Hulu partnership with that Hitmonkey. I think that would have been cool, because you could add like a subscription to Hulu. I think it was a kind of a missed opportunity there. We've seen it with Disney with the golden statue. I hope to see a little bit more utility moving forward as well. It would be a bummer to see VeVe kind of like get left behind if there's other projects that are looking at utility. I hope that doesn't happen, but I do want the team to consider more utility than just like a Prime, a Disney Plus, subscription. I think I want to see a little bit more here, and I do hope the brands take that into consideration as well. We know Dino said the churro utility, which is absolutely hilarious. I'm actually not for the churro utility. I'm for the beignet utility. All right, those Mickey Mouse beignets that you go and they have the little sugar powder. Much better utility than churro. Just team beignets. All right, not team churros. Actually, I would love churros too. I do love churros. Actually, equal to beignets, but just a joke there. But it would be cool to get some sort of, discount on the vacation package or something like that. Disney still makes money, still gets people in the door to their locations. And obviously they can upsell at their locations. We know that hotels already do this with discounts at their hotels. If somebody is, basically cancels their room, they're gonna need to fill that room ASAP and immediately. So what they'll do is they'll mark that room down like half price to get somebody in the door. Cruise lines do this as well, quite often as well. Some people may cancel their cruise, or the crews will want to just fill the cabins as much as possible so they can sell out, right? They want to sell out as much as possible. Sometimes they'll offer super good deals, too good to be true type stuff even. And I think this could be a good play for Disney if they do something like that with their vacation resorts, and it's not just these NFTs with no utility, because I think that's where the space is going, right? We know that the VeVe GM in the US has mentioned utility interoperability, so we know that they are thinking about it. But it would be nice to see something now in the bear market, so that way we have something to look forward to here in the future and things like that. So lots to talk about there though. Now some of these like FA, like this comic doesn't need utility, right? This is just an OG comic, so it's not like everything in the world needs utility. I don't think it does. I don't think comics or things like that. Now I think an animated secret rare cover, maybe not this one, but a like special drop of this comic in an animated form, or something like, or maybe even a modern comic that has an animated cover, I think would actually do a lot of it would do good for the app. I don't know if it's going to ever happen, just because you have to animate the actual cover, and you're talking about doing a whole lot more work. We've seen it done with Madefire. I did a video like last year about Madefire. They have animated comics. That company went out of business, but VeVe has a lot more money than Madefire, so I think it could be a cool possibility. I think that adds utility to it, in my opinion, like an animated cover to these comics. They're already augmented reality, but if you go like make them even immersive, or we have at least one comic drop that's like super immersive, I think that's cool too. Even if it's just one comic, I think that would be super amazing for the app, and for excitement for users, because we could, if that comic did really well, we could see more of it. But I know with the current conditions here on the comics, like why would you change anything up if you're just selling out drops all the time anyways? So I don't know if this is something that they'll do, because like the comics right now, they're still cool. They're still vintage. You don't, you know, like Werewolf by Night, you don't necessarily need to add anything in because it's so OG, right? But I think a new modern cover would be pretty cool. And maybe something would be... Let's take a look at this, by the way. I want to take a look at this Werewolf by Night. 150 gems. 280. That's not a bad deal right there. 115. You have some pretty low mint numbers here. Werewolf by Night. I think this one goes for like 30 grand for like a 9.8 or something crazy. Actually, let's take a look at this comic real quick. Type in the Go Collect. All right, so yeah, 9.8, 19,000, and a 9.8 I think goes for like 30 or more. But yeah, 9.6 goes for 19K. It's not a bad comic right there. It's not a bad comic. I don't know how short term though this performs on the VeVe app when gems are so precious right now. So it's like, you know, you got to be thinking like people's gems are so spread thin. If you buy this for like 150, even like a lower mint, like this one 201 for 3,000, you could have bought instead an Amazing Fantasy 15. So I think that's why AF15 is doing so well, is because people are sucking out gems from other collectibles and putting it in here. So that's something to know as well. But you know, you could always zig while they zag, but maybe that's not always the best move, because you do want to be, you know, following the trend on this app, because it can actually serve you really well. Yeah, see, so we got the... This has definitely got to be a VeVe user, this new, like, website. Yeah, we'll just hide you on the channel. Because they're on Randy's, and now they're on mine. I feel like that somebody's just trolling. I don't think that... I don't know if that's even real. So I think it might be somebody just spamming the chat, trying to... like a little LOL. I don't know, get a little rise out of it. Super silly. Anyways, I heard last night you won't be able to open comic and showroom when capabilities have them there is available. That's interesting. Yeah, I don't know. Let me know if that's a confirmation though. Where did you hear that from? I'm really interested. Was that from like Alex G, or where did you hear that from? Very curious on that. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You can read it in the app, and you can also read it in AR. Reading it in your showroom, I don't know if that's like I don't know. It'd be cool. I think it'd be cool to definitely flip the pages in your showroom. But yeah, I don't know if it's like an absolute need. If they bought, I guess, just block him. Yeah, it was in Randy's stream, so I saw that last night before I went to bed. So yeah, I blocked him from the channel, but it's just like, really, like, how? Yeah, but it's a bot, but like, how do they do just VeVe people? You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm sussed out. Energy, BTC, OMI, IMX for the win. I need to accumulate more, so I need the price to go down. Same thing. See a lot of folks burn because they did not understand the importance of keeping your private keys. BTC, capable of liquid staking. You have to give up your keys for staking a reward. Yep. For exchanges. Have all covers a Hitmonkey, long-term hold. Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, if you bought the top on Hitmonkey, it's definitely a long-term hold now. Yeah, I mean, Hitmonkey, it's a cool comic, but a lot of people... There's a couple of people that were, like, shilling the absolute fire out of that comic, saying it, like, they were making financial advice, essentially, like, telling people it was going to go to like 100K. You can't do that. You can't say that something's going unless you like say it's just like you're not a financial advisor, like we do on the channel. We're not a financial advisor on the channel, entertainment only. But people are telling everybody they're gonna like be rich, like off this comic, and this one's a more modern comic, so you can buy the secret rare for you know, 399 gems now. So it's definitely fell off quite a bit. How many editions is this one again? Let's see. This one's 250. So yeah, 250 editions. There's other comics in the Marvel universe that are super significant with 250 editions that I'd rather buy, to be honest. That's just my opinion. I think that one, it would have been a cool pickup just for the show, just to be like, man, that's cool. Hit Monkey, it's a show, and show support there. But in terms of like, it's going to 100K, not probable, not very probable, in my opinion. I think it'll, so like, for instance here, like the Ghost Rider, like you have really good comics right here. Like I could buy this one for I could buy a 3-digit mint for this one. This one actually goes for a lot of money in real life. So I'd rather buy like something like that. A Werewolf by Night. So many amazing comics on the app nowadays. Eternals. This one's cool. I do like this cover. I don't know why. The Secret Rare, I think, just is really cool too. But the Eternals aren't really that like super popular. The movie made them more popular for sure, but there's still other like superheroes you'd rather probably collect, right? Okay, so cool. Let's see if we can take a look here at the oops, wrong browser. Let's see. All right, so let me pull this up real quick. The ticker from my NFT tracker, Marvel Comics #1, down 9%, 13,555 gems. Spider-Man Secret Rare Ultimate Animated at 15,000. It's up 6%. Pride Givenchy down to 1195. Superman 789 up 5%. Todd McFarlane hanging around 1600. Amazing Fantasy #15. Obviously, it's at like 79, 99-ish. Amazing Fantasy #15, 20K. We already know that. We looked at that one. Vader, the Emperor's Fist, is at 1610. Right around Todd. Partner Statue, 5,695. Break even. Partners just being used as liquidity, which I said would happen, man. I said it would happen. I know all the Walt holders. I don't own a Walt, so please forgive me on that. Because if I did own a Walt, maybe I wouldn't be saying this, but admittedly, but if I did own a Walt, I would still be excited about it. But I told you guys Walt would be used for liquidity on a major drop like AF15. I think I even said that in the stream. So I told you so. I haven't said that in a long time. I wanted to say it. Had to get that one off my chest. Shout out to Shoop04 on Twitter. He always makes fun of me for that. The I told you so's. All right, so chat, let's see here. What you owe me amount, Cole Kyle, peace. Probably, I don't know. I'm just shooting for like 10 million OMI. I don't know, maybe more than that. I don't have a ton like everybody else, you know. I got bills to pay, kids to feed, a wife to take on dates. You know what I mean? I'm not like a whale. I'm not like Randy Chavez, man. I don't have like 100 billion OMI. He just has like 100 million, of course. But that bot comes off on all the live. My main issue about exchanges is very poor access to the token for USA folks. This index and gate does not allow USA. Well, why not KuCoin, at least if they don't want to list on bigger ones like Coinbase or Binance? Yeah, that would be nice for sure. Yeah, currently it's like what, Bit4X. You can technically buy on there. But yeah, I agree. I think it'd be nice to make it easy for US folks. Maybe they're just trying to steer away from any kind of short term, like weird regulators or weird regulations. But we'll see. We'll see. I think in the future they will for sure. Next year, probably. This one we'll see like more USA friendly exchanges for sure. But time will tell. Time will tell. They did tell us though that there was going to be a lot more exchanges added. So that was kind of like that didn't really happen. We're still only on like a handful, right? OKX is kind of a nice one. They just got licensed in, I think, the US, and they're pushing to like launch more in the US. OKXs, they've been a big exchange in the Asian region, but now they've moved into the US. So that is an exchange I do like. That's a bigger one for sure. That one's not bad at all. I think once OKX fully launches in the US, I think that's where the go-to place will be for the OMI token for US people. But if OKX can't get it together soon, then maybe we will go to another exchange like Binance.us, FTX. I would really love to see them on FTX or even Crypto.com. Those are really US friendly, and I do like that. So, yeah. So that's all I really got for the stream, though. Let me know in the chat if you want me to cover any other issues, comments, or concerns about the VeVe app. I want to cover everything, not just everything always positive all the time. All right, we do want to take a look at who's controlling tokens, what's going on in the VeVe ecosystem, and keep you guys up to speed on that and be a source of news on this information. Now, like I said, just because we have this information doesn't mean I'm like any less bullish on Ecomi. It's just something to point out and kind of observe, if you will. So, all right, that's all I got for the stream. I will see you guys in the next one. Have a great weekend and be like an NFT. Be authentic, and I'll catch you later. Peace.